The road that wasn't on the map. It started as a simple trip. Just a drive. A shortcut. A wrong turn that ruined everything. My name is Ethan Carter, and I'm telling you this because if you ever see a road that shouldn't exist, don't take it, no matter what Google Maps says, no matter how empty the highway feels, no matter how badly you want to reach home. Because some roads don't lead anywhere. They only bring you closer to something hungry. The trip, it was late October, the kind of night where the wind feels sharp like broken glass. I was driving through the forests of West Virginia, heading back from a job interview. My phone battery was low. The highway was empty, and the trees, they felt endless. Miles of darkness, miles of wilderness. Then the rain started. Not heavy, just enough to blur the road. I checked the time, 11:47 p.m. Too late to stop. Too far to turn back. I needed a shortcut. That's when my GPS spoke. Take the next right turn. I frowned. There was no exit. Just trees. But then I saw it. A narrow road cutting into the forest. No sign. No lights. Just an opening between the trees. The GPS insisted, "This route will save 43 minutes." I hesitated. Something about it felt wrong, like the forest was hiding it, like the road didn't want to be seen. But I was tired, and tired people make stupid choices. So I turned. The wrong road. The moment my tires touched that road, my radio diode static. Then silence. The trees grew closer. Branches arched overhead like claws. The road was too narrow, too old. And yet, my GPS kept guiding me deeper. Continue straight for 12 miles. 12 miles. There was no way a road like this was on any map. Fog began crawling between the trees. My headlights barely cut through it. Then, I saw something ahead. I slowed down. At first, I thought it was a deer. But no. It was a car. Stopped in the middle of the road, hazard lights blinking weakly. I pulled over carefully. A woman stepped out, waving frantically. She looked young, early 20s, her face pale with fear. "Thank God," she cried. "My car just died. There's no signal out here." I swallowed. "No signal?" She shook her head. "I've been trying for 20 minutes. Nothing works." I glanced behind her car. The forest was silent. Too silent. No insects. No animals. Just stillness. "What are you doing out here?" I asked. She laughed nervously. "Same as you, I guess." GPS shortcut. My stomach tightened. So it wasn't just me. This road was trapping others too. "My name's Lena," she said. "I'm Ethan." She looked around. "Do you know where this road goes?" Before I could answer, a sound echoed from the woods. A snap. Like a branch breaking under weight. Both of us froze. Lena whispered, "Is someone out there?" Another snap. Closer. Then, silence again. I forced a laugh. Probably an animal, but deep down I knew. Animals don't walk like that. Not slow. Not careful. Like something trying not to be heard. Lena grabbed my arm. "Ethan, I don't like this." I nodded. "Get in my car. I'll drive you to the main highway." Relief flashed in her eyes. She hurried into the passenger seat. I got behind the wheel. Locked the doors. Started the engine. The headlights swept across the trees, and that's when I saw it. Something nailed to a tree. At first, I thought it was a dead animal. But then my brain understood it was a sign, made of wood, carved with uneven letters. 3 words. "Turn back now." My blood turned cold. Lena read it too. Her voice shook. "Is that a warning?" I whispered, "Or a joke." But no one jokes out here. Not on a road that isn't on the map. I pressed the gas. The car rolled forward. Faster. The trees blurred past, the fog thickened, and then the GPS voice changed. Not robotic anymore. Not normal, it whispered. You shouldn't have come. I slammed the brakes. What the hell? Lena stared at the screen. The map was gone. Just black. And one word blinking. Run then. Something hit the back of my car. A loud metallic thud. Lena screamed. I looked in the rearview mirror, and I saw it. A figure standing in the road behind us. Tall, deformed, holding something sharp, watching, waiting. Then it lifted its arm and waved. Not friendly, not human, like it knew we were already lost. The cabin that shouldn't exist. My hands were shaking on the steering wheel. Lena was crying beside me. Outside, the figure stood motionless, as if it wasn't in a hurry, as if it knew something we didn't. I whispered, "Stay quiet." Then I hit the gas. The car shot forward. Mud splashed, branches scraped the sides like nails. I didn't look back. I didn't want to, because deep down I knew it wasn't alone. The road gets longer. We drove for what felt like forever. But the road didn't change. No exit, no highway, just endless trees. Fog, darkness. Lena wiped her tears. This isn't possible. We should have reached something by now. I checked my phone. No signal, no GPS. Just dead silence. Then the road began to slope downward. The forest thickened, and the air smelled rotten, like something had been dying here for years. Lena whispered, "Ethan, stop." "What?" She pointed ahead. Something was hanging from the trees. At first, I thought it was cloth, but then my headlights caught it clearly. A deer carcass skinned. Fresh, blood dripping onto the dirt. My stomach twisted. Who would do that? Then we saw another, and another. Like warnings, like tropis. Lena's voice cracked. This isn't a road. It's a trap. I wanted to deny it, but my hands were sweating. My instincts were screaming, "Turn back." But when I glanced in the mirror, the road behind us was gone. Not hidden. Gone. Only fog and trees, like the forest had swallowed it. My breath stopped. "That's not possible," Lena whispered. "Ethan, we're not on any road anymore." The cabin 10 minutes later. We saw light, a faint yellow glow through the trees. A cabin. Old. Wooden. Half collapsed. But it was the first sign of human life. Lena grabbed my arm. "Maybe someone can help." I hesitated. Every horror story begins like this. A cabin in the woods. But we had no choice. I parked. The rain started again, heavier. The cabin porch creaked as we stepped up. I knocked. No answer. Again. Nothing. The door was slightly open. Lena whispered, "Hello." Silence. Then a smell hit us, so strong I gagged. Rot. Death. Lena covered her mouth. Oh my God. I pushed the door open slowly. The inside was dark. My phone flashlight swept across the room. And then we saw it. Bones. Animal bones. Human bones. Piled in the corner. Lena screamed. I stepped back. No. No. Then my light caught the wall. Photographs. Dozens of them. Polaroids. All showing cars, people, travelers, smiling at first, then tied up, then missing, and written under every photo, in crooked handwriting, "Wrong turners." Lena trembled. This is real. I whispered, "We need to leave. Now then." We heard it. A sound outside. Footsteps. Heavy. Dragging. More than one. Lena grabbed my arm. "They're here. The cabin door creaked, slowly closing by itself, like someone was pushing it. I held my breath. Then, a voice came from outside. Not normal. Broken, like a man who never learned language. New meat. Lena's eyes widened in terror. I whispered, "Run." But before we could move, the window shattered. A hand reached in. Not human. Deformed fingers, long nails. Then a face appeared. My heart stopped. It was wrong. A man, but twisted, one eye higher than the other, skin stretched tight, mouth full of broken teeth. He smiled and whispered, "Welcome home, Lena Scremid." I grabbed a chair and swung it. The creature hissed, retreating. Outside, more shadows moved between the trees. Shapes. Hunters. Watching. Waiting. Then, the cabin door slammed open. 3 figures stood there tall, misshapen, silent. One held a rusted axe. Another dragged chains. The third held a human skull, like a toy. Lena collapsed, sobbing. I backed up, heart pounding. The axeman tilted his head, and then he spoke softly. "No one leaves. Once you turn, the chase begins." I grabbed Lena's hand. "Move." We sprinted past them, out into the rain. Branches whipped our faces. Behind us, the creatures screamed. Not human screams. Animalistic. Hungry. The forest exploded with movement. They were fast. "Too fast!" Lena cried. "Ethan, please!" I saw my car ahead. Hope. I fumbled for the keys. Hands shaking. The engine turned. Nothing. Dead. Lena sobbed. "No. No." Then headlights appeared behind us. Not a car. Torches. Hunters closing in. The axeman stepped forward slowly, smiling, enjoying it. I whispered to Lena, "We run into the woods. It's our only chance." Her voice broke. "They'll kill us." I stared into the darkness of the trees and realized something worse. The woods weren't empty. They were full of eyes, watching, waiting. And then a whisper came from the forest itself. Soft, close, right behind my ear. Wrong turn. I spun around. Nothing there, but Lena screamed, pointing into the trees. A figure, wearing a woman's face, like a mask, smiling, and holding a piece of cloth, a bloody piece of cloth, with the words stitched, "Help me."